What's up? It's Dr. William James reporting to you. Sunday morning, I just finished running a 5K. You know, it's good to keep the body healthy. So, I'm feeling good. Now I can relax. I preach strong body, strong mind, strong spirit. Working out, eating right, studying, doing your research, things of that nature. But while I have the time, and it was on my mind, I wanted to address Jada Pinkett, also known as Jada Pinkett Smith, which it doesn't even make sense to add on the Smith at this point. She recently revealed that her and Will Smith have been separated, still married. They're legally married, but they've been separated for the last 6 or 7 years.
Paper,
right?
But it was a divorce. So from the year 2016, which is 7 years ago now,
Yes.
y'all have been apart.
Yeah.
But in public, the couple, who married in 1997, denied the gossip about their marriage. This interview on Bravo's Watch What Happens Live with Andy Cohen was taped a year after Will and Jada separated.
So how long have you guys been together?
23 years.
Wow. That's amazing. How do you keep it hot?
How do I keep it hot? Maybe I don't know. I mean, I'm baffled, really.
Yeah, right.
Over the next several years, Jada and Will kept up the appearance of a committed married couple.
I don't know where to start. Like, this lady keeps embarrassing her husband, the man who's still her husband, but the father of her children, none the least. Like, even if they were no longer married, he's still the father to your children, your 2 children. And she just continues to embarrass this man. They've been separated the last 6 or 7 years, and he slapped Chris Rock in her honor less than 2 years ago. That was March of 2022. On one of the most significant days, if not the most significant days of his career. He slapped Chris Rock, so-called defending her, which doesn't make sense. He wasn't defending her. And we all know, I went over that video, he wouldn't have slapped her if that was a more posing male figure. If that was The Rock, Dwayne Johnson, instead of Chris Rock, he would have had more discipline. He would have approached that with more maturity than he did. But none the least, he looked stupid. He displayed himself as a coward by slapping Chris Rock, so-called defending her, and they've been separated. And this all took place because she had her so-called entanglement. And I went over how toxic that was. I'm not going to go over that again. Brought that man to a red table, sat down with him to discuss her sleeping with a younger male who was the friend of one of her children, who was going through mental health issues at the time. That's just ridiculous in itself. But she keeps coming out with things that she doesn't need to share. So now she's saying they were separated. First of all, I don't even know. Let's just say that that's the truth. They've been separated the last 6 or 7 years. Which one is worse? They've been separated the last 6 or 7 years, or they haven't. Let's go with her telling the truth. They've been separated the last 6, 7 years. Will Smith went up there and slapped Chris Rock for a woman who is his former wife, his ex-wife, or they're still married but separated. He went up there and slapped Chris Rock, ruined one of the most significant nights of his career for a woman he's not even still with. They're separated. Let's say it is the truth. let's say it's a lie. Let's say it's a lie. Let's say they haven't been separated the last 6 or 7 years. So they were together at the time. He slapped Chris Rock defending her, and now she's saying they weren't together. Either way, it's terrible. It makes no sense either way. Then she wants to add more to it. She's now saying that Tupac Shakur proposed to her in 1995 while he was at Rikers Island.
No, but he proposed to you while he was in jail.
When I wrote about that in the book, and when I had to talk about it, speak my words for the audible version of the book, that was probably one of the more painful parts, seeing him there, the condition that he was in, and having to leave him there.
Now, I've seen videos that are saying that, there's no way that this is possible because, Tupac Shakur was only there for a short period of time. She started dating Will Smith around the time. It doesn't make sense. So we can't even verify the story, but for her to come around and say this 30 years, Tupac Shakur's been dead, 27 years? September of 1996? For her to come out with this story now, this is the first time I'm hearing he allegedly proposed to her. Why come out with this now? And who can verify that she's telling the truth? If I were to die tomorrow, I wouldn't want someone saying the next day, I wouldn't want someone coming up with a story of something I didn't say while I was here. But to come up with something 27 years later and no one can verify it, and Tupac Shakur had other love interests at the time, it's just crazy. Who from Tupac Shakur's side, what family or friend of Tupac Shakur can verify that she's telling the truth? Who did he tell that to? We all know that they were close. They went to high school together, things of that nature. But who's to say that he proposed to her? And it doesn't even make sense. Someone asked her, could they have been together or whatever? And she said, they had no attraction whatsoever. Then why did he propose if they had no attraction whatsoever?
Has there ever been a time that you regretted the decision that you made not to take it to that level with him and to keep it in the friendship space?
It just wasn't possible. There was no chemistry between us. I talk about it in the book.
There must have been something in the relationship to make him think it's okay for him to propose to you. If he legit, sincerely proposed to you and not joking, you wouldn't tell us. You would tell us if it was a joke. So he was serious. He proposed to you seriously, but y'all had no attraction, no romanticism in the relationship. That doesn't even make sense. This lady is just trying to further embarrass her husband. And she needs to go sit down and be quiet. See, this is the problem. This is the most clear example of what happens when a woman is too masculine and a man is too feminine. Everyone is seeing Will Smith be emasculated, and everybody is saying, where are your balls? Because he's just sitting around and she's just walking all over him. And I don't get the point of staying married to live a single life. To be separated, doing whatever you want to do, seeing whoever you want to see, have intercourse with whoever you want to have intercourse with, but staying legally married. What is the point in that? What is the point of sticking with someone who is trying to literally destroy every aspect of you? You're not physically engaged. You're not, there's no real connection. What is the point of staying with someone just to say you're staying with someone? The kids are grown. What's the point of it now? That makes no sense. The black nuclear family is important. It's important to have a man, a woman, children, a husband, a wife, but it should be healthy. This situation isn't even healthy. They look crazy. So don't ever feel like you have to stay married or stay in a relationship just for the sake of how it looks. If you are unhealthy and it's an unhealthy situation like this, where the man isn't even a man, isn't even appearing like a man, that's not a nuclear family. You need a man. So that's pretty much it. All I wanted to shed light on. This is a clear example of why we need men. We need men to take control and run the household. Will Smith clearly doesn't run his household. Jada Pinkett Smith does. And this is what the result is. Craziness. Chaos. Let me know what y'all think in the comments. Like, comment, subscribe, share the video. Peace.